So those of you who clicked on this video fall into one of two categories. Although you're probably all wondering why it's so dark in this room. Sorry, it is so gross outside and I use a lot of natural light to film with, and I'm trying to get it going with the studio lights, but it is what it is. But nonetheless, you're probably in one of two categories. Either you've been riding with the high maintenance energy series this whole time and you know exactly what we're about to get into, or you're new here. Hi, welcome. And you have no idea why anybody would want to describe their lifestyle as high maintenance. We're going to clear it all up today because I'm going to show you why the best life you could possibly live will always be the one that's a little more high maintenance. Okay, I just changed the setting on my camera, so I hope this is a little bit better. And if you are one of the lovely newbies that I spoke about at the top of the video, make sure you get down in the description box because there will be a whole playlist that will acclimate you to the high maintenance energy vibe. An energy vibe? Is that redundant? Who cares? What does the high maintenance lifestyle look like? How does the high maintenance woman maintain herself? You can say anything with a British accent. It's like 1,000 times more compelling. Also, I've been watching The Only Way is Essex all day, and I tend to slip into accents that I've been hearing a lot of. It's kind of embarrassing. You should have heard me after I finished The Sopranos. But yeah, anyway, baby, it's hard work. If it was easy, everyone would do it. And that's why it's kind of called high maintenance, I'm not gonna lie. It's not meant to convey a mindset or lifestyle that just anyone can have, because the only ones that can have it are the ones that are willing to put in the effort. So I have broken down 4 different areas the high maintenance woman puts her energy into, and I have decided to affectionately call these her rituals. I have been talking about ritual and the fact that as a society, we are always participating in ritual. I usually use weddings as a good example of this. Everything about weddings is symbolic of the intention of the day and uses lots of little rituals to kind of play out that intention, and we observe them and respect them, even though we're literally just putting a ring on someone's finger, just like I'm doing right now. But it means something when it's done in combination with the ritual, working in tandem with intention. And since you guys already know I'm big on goddess vibes and divine feminine energy, thinking of the things I do to take care of myself as ritual and paying respect to my inner goddess, wow, and paying respect to my inner goddess has been a game changer for me. And speaking of rituals, let's go ahead and talk about today's sponsor, which is Ritual. I have been on a vitamin and supplement journey pretty heavily for the past 8 months or so. Yeah. And I'm loving the benefits of adding them to my health ritual, which we'll get into in a minute. But for those of you who are OG viewers of my channel, you know I love good branding. Good branding combined with great products is just art to me. I love when a company can take a product that hundreds, thousands of other companies are creating, put a spin on it, and almost introduce it into you in a way that changes the way you relate to this particular kind of product. So because Ritual kind of considers themselves the special meeting in the middle of technology and health, and also because I love the fact that Ritual asks its customers to think of health and self-care and their vitamins as part of a daily ritual. I just couldn't be more in love with this brand for that reason. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a sucker for good branding. Ritual uses cutting edge manufacturing practices to ensure that all of the ingredients in their vitamins are not only high quality, but they are traceable, which means they can tell you exactly where they came from and the suppliers that they came from. They take this whole no filler ingredients thing really seriously. These are also environmentally friendly because they don't use fish oil. They actually use algal oil instead of fish oil, which comes, I'm reading my notes because I don't want to get this wrong, from the fermentation of microalgae, from the fermentation of microalgae, and the bottles are made of 100% recycled materials. I've been taking the Essential Women for 18 plus. I mean, I just barely made the cut. Do you guys ever take a pill, like your allergy medicine or your birth control or whatever, and you can't remember that day if you took it? Listen, these vitamins, right when you open them, you're going to notice they smell like mint. It's so interesting. And at first I was kind of confused by that. But as it turns out, the fact that every time I take this, you actually get like a mint, kind of like brushing your teeth. You get like a minty sensation in the mouth. So for me, it's very helpful to make sure that I can remember whether I took it or not. That sounds like such a specific problem, but I cannot be the only one who has it when it comes to taking stuff like that. I can tell every day around the same time if I've taken it based on how my mouth tastes. Also, these are delayed release, which means they're good on the tummy. I don't know if you guys have ever had a lot of vitamins on an empty tummy, but it is not fun. So yeah, definitely check the down bar to pick up your Ritual Essential for Women. I'm trying to read it exactly off the label because I keep calling it the wrong thing. I keep calling it the Essential Multivitamin, but this is the Essential for Women because it has 9 key nutrients to fill in the gaps of your everyday diet. So definitely make sure you check the down bar for information on how you can get 10% off your first 3 months of Ritual. Let's talk about a few different rituals that I think all high maintenance energy women need to add to their planners. There is a planner video coming. You guys keep asking me for it. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do it because I personally do not benefit from watching someone just show me how they plan their week. Like, hello, I need to plan my week, lady. So I'm trying to figure out a way that I can like teach you guys to do it that you could use and it would be able to be used universally. So no matter which way you plan, it's kind of like a way of thinking about planning. That's what I'm working on. Anyway, you guys need to add some of this stuff to your planners because in my opinion, these things actually improve the quality of your life. It gives you something to focus on and the benefits of it really do turn you into like that woman. I don't want to say that girl because we growing around here, but that woman. But yeah, I want to be doing so much more in-depth content about everything I talk about today. I would love to do a video just on the health ritual, like vlog style. I have so much stuff coming, you guys. Just be patient. I'm getting ready to change this background out. I want to get new lights. I want to try tons of new content styles because you guys are really resonating with this. So make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss any of it. So like, for example, even on Patreon, I would love to create some sort of Discord where we can get and talk about our daily rituals and what we're trying and what we're adding and what we're taking away. I just, so excited. So yeah, let's talk about the health ritual as I aforementioned. Again, most importantly, outside of anything else you do today, get your rituals right. But if you're not scheduling them, if you're not planning them, if you don't know when you're going to do it, you know it's going to get back burnered because it has been for years, girl. You know it. So because I want to make dedicated videos and dedicated piece of content about these rituals, I'm not going to dwell on any of them super long. But if there is one I'm going to touch on a hair longer than the others, it's going to be the first one, which is your health ritual. Your health is literally the most important thing. And if you're not focusing or prioritizing it, you're kind of abusing yourself. I really don't want to hear my kids, my man, my job. I don't want to hear it. I'm sorry. All your other friends might sit there and pat your back and tell you that it's okay to keep neglecting your health for other people, but I'm not going to do it. Someone needs to take a stand here because at the end of the day, your man, your kids, your job, none of that stuff can function without you. And if you're not healthy, eventually they might all have to figure out how to do without you. Like you have to care about the fact that your health is directly related to all these things you keep ignoring your health for. People have such a screwed up relationship with health over body image. Like you can talk about how to get to a 6-pack or lose 20 all day. People will talk about that. But the minute you get to health, something kind of happens and people, it's not a sexy topic, I guess. I don't know. I've said before that because you can't, people aren't showing like their blood results on Instagram to see how healthy they are. Because we can't see it, we don't really appreciate the value of it. But if you've ever suffered with bad health, even temporarily, you know how much it throws your life completely through a loop. And it can be impossible to recover from sometimes depending on what the health issues actually are. So when it comes to health, you're almost always going to have 2 different types of people. You're going to have people who walk it like they talk it. And while they might not be like perfect about it, they try every day to make as many healthy choices as humanly possible, which is really all you can do. You have to try. You have to try. And then you have other people who are in complete denial about what healthy is and about the status of their health entirely. What's worse is the kind of people who know good and darn well that they are in bad health but won't do a thing about it. In some cases, what you are kind of seeing is that these people value themselves so little that they don't even see the benefit of like feeling at home in their bodies. So they don't even think they deserve that. They will slowly and consistently deteriorate their health every single day until they can't anymore because they don't care about themselves. So like healthy choices are just not hard to make. I don't I don't care what anybody says. And even if they are, some stuff's just got to be worth doing sometimes. Some stuff just gonna have to be hard, and oh well, it's hard. I don't know what else to tell you, girl. And believe me, I know how easy it is to let health go when you are not doing well, when there's not balance in your life, when you're not prioritizing yourself. It's usually, for me, the first thing that goes out the window when I'm like looking at a full to-do list. Oh, I guess I can't go to the gym and I can't meal prep today. That's the first thing I'm going to drop, and it probably should be the last, because I will not have the energy, the patience, the vibrancy, the longevity, anything that I need to tackle the to-do list if I'm not doing the health stuff. You just really have to get your priorities straight. Your healthy ritual should be one you are performing every single solitary day. Every day you are making as many healthy choices as possible. You can make it a routine. You can make it a kind of like a to-do list you try to hit, whatever it is. You can figure out how to work this part of ritual into your day. Again, I encourage you to think of it as ritual. Think about it as acknowledging the goddess within. Like, for example, I want you to close your eyes. Are you doing it? I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to picture a beautiful golden temple sat aside a lush green mountain valley. I am giggly today. The sun is shining, the air is perfumed with incense and tropical floral smells. And before you, in front of an altar, stands a statue of your goddess. She's gold and gilded and shining and beautiful. And you are required to present the goddess with an offering of health. What you gonna give her? You gonna give her a 16-ounce Dr. Pepper and your Flamin' Hot Cheetos? Like, probably not. You need to understand that you are the goddess in this scenario. You are the goddess and you are the giver. We have so much information about biology. Like, we can have a dog and we know that the dog needs to eat nothing but dog food. Nothing but dog food. Anything else is bad for it. It will have health problems. We have to make sure the dog doesn't get sick. We'll do that with plants. If you're a plant lady, oh, it's got to have this amount of light. And it's got to have this amount of water. And I got to prune it X amount of days. And it needs to be on a southwest facet. You have all this understanding of how a living specimen requires certain things and cannot have certain things in order to thrive and be healthy. And yet somehow we're the exception. Ridiculous. You, as a human being, need nutritious food. As much of it as you can possibly get every single day. And since no day is perfect, you need sunshine and fresh air. You need time away from screens, cheese and rice. You need to laugh. You need to take care of yourself, whether you like it or not. Sorry. No, I'm not. Not sorry. Not sorry. So I'm 35. I am not like a spring chicken anymore. I'm not going to ever be any younger than I am right now, but I'm reaching that point in my life where I think a lot of people my age start to really feel the effects of the lifestyles they've been living. Mine are not that bad. I feel like I still feel pretty spry. I still feel like I have a lot of energy. I still can bust out like a really heavy workout with no problem. And I chalk it up to the health rituals I've been performing for years. And when I stop performing them, I can feel it in everything that I do. It's worth doing. Next ritual. This is your mental and spiritual ritual. Spiritual ritual. So I know I said I wasn't going to do these in order, but I kind of feel like this is the next one you need to focus on. When the body, mind, and spirit are taken care of, girl, watch out. Stuff happens. You become kind of an unstoppable force. This sounds like something I'm saying because it just sounds good to hear. It is true. And if you've never been physically, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally in line before, then you can't possibly know how good it feels. It's a game changer, but it requires effort. It don't just happen to people. Yeah, because to know something from words and to know something from life are just such different things. So I know I'm not like giving you guys groundbreaking information, but what I'm hoping is I can present it to you in a way that makes you truly want to prioritize it, because so many people don't prioritize these things because they don't think they deserve it, or they just don't want to. It's too much effort and it is so comfortable just to keep being the way that they are. So that's really my goal with talking to you guys about it this way. But as far as your actual rituals, your mental ritual is going to depend a lot on you, your time, your budget, yada, 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 because mine is therapy and journaling. And much like my health rituals, when life gets crazy, those are the things that are the quickest to go. This is not the way. If your life is so out of control that your physical, mental, spiritual health is suffering, you need to fix your life. The solution is not less attention to those things. things. That's completely counterproductive and counterintuitive when you stop and think about it. So there's not a whole lot in this world that at the age of 35 I can say I know is true, and it's not a matter of experience and it's not a matter of perspective. It's objectively true. If you do not take care of these things, the quality of your life will continue to decline consistently. I promise. But yeah, you guys need to trim the fat in your lives if these are the things that are suffering. These are non-negotiables, okay? Your health, your physical health, your mental health, and your emotional health are non-negotiables. I'm giving you permission, if you needed it, to take that stand. Therapy is something I do in seasons of life. It really just depends on what is going on with me. When I'm having a harder time, I'll go more. When I'm feeling a little more clear-headed, I'll go less. But another part of that is I have to be aware of how I feel. Do you know how many people out there lie? They will lie about how they feel about something to everyone else, but they'll lie to themselves about how they feel about something. So part of this is being very in tune with how you feel and being able to feel into your body and into your heart that, all right, things are out of whack. I need to take it to the drawing board. I need to get in therapy. I need to have a journaling sesh. It's crucial. Again, this is why we focus on ourselves. Because if you're spending all of your time just cheesed off beyond repair over what Cardi B wore to the Grammys, like, I don't know what to tell you, girl. You got bigger fish to fry. I can't. And again, spiritual is going to depend on you. My spiritual practice is tarot cards and new and full moon rituals. Told you I love a ritual. It's about respecting energy and creating art and meditation. Anything that I can do to connect me to source and kind of make me feel clear. It's not going to make me slap my mama happy or anything like that. It's not going to do that for anyone. The goal is just to be clear so that you can make decisions and choices for your life that are in line with what you want, because you're not making from this deprived, lacking, stressed out place. The next ritual is the beauty ritual. This one is optional if you prefer not to participate in beauty stuff, but you can also always think of beauty as a feeling as opposed to like this rigid, inflexible, harmful thing that we measure with yardsticks and like buttons. That's how I see it, at least. My beauty ritual is like my health and my mind and my spiritual ritual. It's all for the same purpose. I don't care how dumb someone thinks it is. It's to reinforce the notion that I am worthy of taking the time out for, to respect and love on. Even when I painted the mental picture for you earlier of the temple and the goddess, I used words like beautiful. And when I said the word goddess, you would probably already expect that the things surrounding her would be beautiful, but you're thinking of natural things. You're thinking of trees, mountainside, skies, flowers, things that are natural. So therefore they're beautiful and we don't judge them, but we are natural beings as well. And we can choose to what level we're going to judge ourselves and others. I know everybody trying to tell you that we're programmed. We are to an extent, but we can be deprogrammed. And you can look at your body and your face and your hair as just as beautiful as a flower or a cherry blossom tree. It's just that you have not considered that that's an option. You've been told your whole life it's not. I don't feel that way personally. I feel like my beauty ritual, again, is just part of like luxuriating, and it's really not always for the look, although sometimes it is. Not always though, because my favorite things about beauty now have changed from makeup. Makeup used to be really all I cared about in the beauty space. And I think that's because I too was once very fixated on the performative aspect of beauty. And that really made me have an unhealthy relationship with it that did not serve me. And now that I've really kind of assessed how I feel about this stuff, I feel like I have a much healthier relationship with it. And I enjoy it so much more because I get really excited about like body oils and like hair masks and face masks and facial devices and like a green smoothie because it's going to give me a bunch of healthy vitamins that make my skin prettier. Like, I just think about it more holistically than just this thing that if I do, bad things will happen. The only bad things that happen when I don't pay attention to it now is that I just don't feel so glowy. I don't like that. You can always think, again, like I said, of your beauty ritual as like, think of like spa day vibes. Think of it more that way. You do not have to think about it as applying hair and makeup and nails and hair extensions. I do because I love it, but not everybody does, and that's okay. Like I was saying about my approach to beauty changing from being performative to more holistic and pampering, it was almost just kind of like this thing that I only participated in when other people were going to be the beneficiary. Is that what I'm trying to say? of that energy that I put into myself. And I don't even get to see it unless I'm on camera or staring at a mirror or just lovingly gazing at a selfie of myself. I do all this stuff and I don't even get to see it. So bathing, like glowy showers, body oils, pedicures, that kind of stuff is beauty that is performed for me. Like I can feel how good it feels in my body. It's a way of creating like a love vibration by yourself, like nobody else required. You get to feel that to yourself and for yourself. So the last ritual, but again, these are not supposed to be in any particular order, is the love and home rituals. This is my current favorite ritual, or at least the ritual that I have found more fulfilling now than I ever have. And that's because I wasn't performing it, practicing it, designing a ritual, or really thinking about how not investing my energy into this, how it was affecting me negatively. I have been on a mission for about a year to turn my home into my dream home. And my house is very unique and very pretty. I've shown it on Instagram stories a couple times. Go check it out. But there's so much work that I want to put into it, such a vision I have for it. And on top of that, it's even been more than just the aesthetics of my home. It's even been the culture of my home, the energy of my home, the routines, and automating it and truly making this place almost like sanctuary to me. This is my temple if I am the goddess, you know what I'm saying? But getting invested in this required me to change my perspective. Honestly, it's kind of nonsense that I have not wanted to really focus on and make my home life such a huge... First of all, we ain't really had a lot of choice over the past like year and a half or so about home being the center of everything. But for me, it kind of always is because I work from home. I'm a mom. I'm a dog mom. I'm a wife. Like I have a lot going on. So most of it happens here. Almost everything in my life happens here. It would make nothing but sense for me to want to make this as special and sacred to me as human. I have to live here anyway. It's kind of like even with the beauty ritual. I consider hygiene part of your beauty ritual. You got to do it anyway. So why not make it fun and beautiful and an enjoyable experience for yourself, especially because your home ritual and your love ritual are supposed to go together for a reason. They don't have to if you don't have anyone at home to love. Doesn't say anything about you. It's just the season of life you're in. There's other ways you can show it, which I'll get into in a minute. But my home ritual and my love ritual are connected because I do things like cook for my family or decorate for the holidays beautifully or plan special events for them because that is my way of showing that I love them. I think that so many people who don't want to give my message or me the time of day would hear me talk about the high maintenance series and think that at the end of the day, I truly am just telling you guys to just be up your own butts. And that's not true. I'm telling you that the more energy you put into yourself, the more energy you have to put outwards into other things and into other people. It works the same way in reverse. If all you have is negative, crappy, down or tired, angsty, pissed off energy, that's what you're giving out too. So when I'm taking the time to take really good care of myself, trust me, everybody benefits from it so much, to include me, but everybody else benefits from it a lot as well. But at the end of the day, my name is Whitney Hedrick, and I love cooking and cleaning and planning and fussing over my family. I truly enjoy doing it a lot. And I think people would look at me and assume that I must be some incredibly selfish person, but anybody who knows me knows that's absolutely not true. I'm kind of a bleeding heart giving person at the end of the day. And I find that the more energy that I have to put into the other rituals, the more energy I have to put into this ritual, which like I told you is my favorite one. It's the one that I find the most fulfilling and the most rewarding and exciting, and it makes everything else that I do worth doing. And again, like if your home and your love ritual can't come together, your love ritual can be performed in any way you want. The idea is to just take some of the self-love that you're giving in, that you're putting in, and share it with someone else. Sometimes I consider YouTube part of my love ritual when I'm on that vibration, because sometimes I don't love it. But other times when you guys tell me that I make content that has helped you, that's when I feel like love. Like I feel so much love in my body and in my spirit, because I know that all this work I put into myself, I'm trying to share the benefits of with other people. And I honestly think that you just have to figure out a way to share it with others, because one of the first things my therapist ever told me when I started therapy not many years ago, but a few years ago, that always stuck with me is that when you are really struggling, the quickest like thing you can do that you could get a quick result from, in other words, basically instantly have a change in your mindset, is to go and do something nice for someone else. Nobody ever no healthy, normal person feels like crap when they help other people. It just isn't a thing. And then it's the whole pay it forward thing, man. I'm trying to get you guys to change the world one high maintenance video at a time. I've been filming all day. I'm so sorry if this message has kind of gotten away from me now, but I just think it's crucial that we make time for all of this stuff so that when it comes time to perform the love ritual, however you want to perform it and for whoever you want to perform it for, or whatever. If it's like your dog can also be who you do love ritual for. That sounded very Shane Dawson weird. That's not what I meant. Shade. What I mean is giving love in general is like the vibration I want to be at. I just have spent so much of my life, you guys don't understand how much of my life I have spent living in the shadows and like looking on the dark side of things and pessimism and just worst case scenario, and things unfolded how they were going to unfold no matter what internal thunderstorm I'm riding out on the inside. So I might as well change the scenery in there so life can be a little better. And again, like I told you guys, I want to make lots of vlogs and day in the life and things like that, showing you guys how to perform these rituals. I love the idea of doing home videos because I really love doing that kind of stuff. So being able to kind of show you guys me doing it, we could get inspiration from each other. That would be awesome for me and for you guys too, I hope. I also want to thank Ritual again for sponsoring today's video, and definitely check the down bar for information again on how to get 10% off your first 3 months with Ritual. So I want to make lots of vlogs and day in the life and things like that, showing you guys me performing my rituals. I'm very excited about it. I haven't done any vlog. I've never done a vlog before, I don't think, but I'm already starting to work on one. I've never done it before, so I don't know how it's going to roll out, but I can't wait until this starts to happen. As always, thank you to the patrons. If you guys are really vibing with what's happening over here and you want to join Patreon, all the information for that is below. We have the book club meeting coming up on August 28th. We read the final girl support group. It's crazy. And I don't know what the September book is going to... Actually, I do. I already know what the September book is going to be. I've picked up the September book, but it's going to be kind of an experimental thing I want to do with it. You'll have to stay tuned to find out what it is. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.